Hello, I'm David Manuel with Talk Fulton, and today we have a very special guest, one of our Contract for Service recipient, Ms. Rena Youngblood with Computer Museum of America. So we look forward to having some engaging conversation. So let's take us there. So Rena, thanks for being here.
Oh, lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about Computer Museum of America. Let's talk about some of the wonderful things you guys are doing.
Oh, it is the most fun museum that, as NPR told their listening audience before, we are still a hidden gem, and we're fighting really hard to get out from underneath the hidden part. We are definitely a gem within the metro Atlanta area. We've been open about 5.5 years.
Okay.
The opening night was on the 50th anniversary of the first moonwalk.
Nice.
And right in the middle of our museum is a tribute to Apollo in space. And so we've got a replica of a lunar module. It's about 82% to scale.
Okay.
You're walking on the surface of the moon. It's just a fantastic exhibit. Supercomputers, microcomputers, a lot of technology.
Okay.
And so it's a really fun place to visit.
Great. So tell us about the program that we support to help fund with technology and our youth.
Oh gosh, you guys, Fulton County Arts and Culture helped us launch a program that we've been doing with clipboards and paper. We knew this was a fantastic program, but we needed to elevate the engagement.
Right.
So in this program, students are using a scavenger hunt tool. They're finding things, but the cornerstone of the project is at what we call the Byte magazine cover
Right.
wall. So we knew we had to show the integration between art and technology. A lot of people don't see it, but once they do, you can't unsee it. You just know. And so we've been using this program. It's been evolving, and now we feel like we've reached exactly where we wanted to be with Fulton County's help.
So let's talk a little bit more about Byte Magazine, which is BYTE.
It is. I brought you some.
Oh,
You
nice.
can look at it. See, look at that.
Oh, this is great. And let's talk about the significance of how it impacts young people.
Well, okay. These covers, as you can see, they are visionary. They are looking towards the future. And they're 1976, 1981, 1985. These are forward-thinking. There's imagination being used. And we are taking students there to grow that inspiration. And so they see what really was science fiction come to life.
That is
A
great.
computer watch was crazy talk. And yet here it is.
Right.
And so with this program, we really strive to help children not only think of things that are acceptable, but things that are impossible.
Right.
And go ahead and think them. It's okay to think something that seems out of this world, because it won't be too long before something can happen that's real. So that is our connection between.
The possibilities are endless. So let's talk a little bit more about some of the hands-on experience that our young people are experiencing with your program.
Yeah, so after they've been in the museum, they've
Right.
walked around, they've seen the Apple I, they've seen the first PC from IBM, they've seen the space and the fact that we were using computers, but we were using slide rules also.
Okay.
Right? So this was a different time, but look where we are today. The miniaturization of computers for space travel was so important. So after all of that, looking at Byte magazine and seeing things that seemed crazy, and then to see that they've come to be.
Right.
They will take pictures, they will take that inspiration, and then they will create their own Byte cover.
Nice.
And we want to encourage them to think, and this is sometimes a little hard. I mean, it really is. Think of things that maybe aren't here today that
Right.
seem crazy. And we've had students, some, I want to be able to talk to our pets. And is that far-fetched?
That's right around the corner.
It's got to be. I don't know who's going to do it, but they can draw that picture, that cover for talking with their pets.
Wow.
And so it just allows, it's kind of American Idol allowed people to sing as the way they want to, right? I mean, you just sometimes have to be around it to be inspired by it. And that's what we feel like this program is doing, these covers are doing.
Right.
And just giving them permission to think outside the box.
And that's a big deal. And I feel the excitement and enthusiasm from you in terms of the program. What has been the feedback from the students and educators about this program?
Oh, they loved it on paper. They're ecstatic with having it be more engaging and digital. So they're each broken into groups of 2, 3, 4 if there's an extra lot of children. And the scavenger, they're given a tablet so they can run all over the museum, find the things that meet the questions and answers, and they learn about it. We end up at the bite wall. We just call it the bite wall. And that's when we can start talking more and more. And so the teachers are enjoying it. They're coming back with just giving them permission to and this is where your creatives, the ones that might say, I'm not going to be an engineer, I'm not technology. Well, we use technology in everything, and most people do know that, but you need art.
Exactly.
And so you start putting these groups of people together. Creative might have this idea, this science fiction notion. The engineer's like, it's not so science fiction, we can start here. And suddenly your collaboration, it's the future, and it's fun to watch.
So with our listeners, what would you like our listeners to know about this program? How can they get in touch with you about this program? And then later we'll talk about what's next.
Okay. On our website, which I believe is showing right now, you can fill out an inquiry that our Education and Public Programs Manager picks up. She's very quick to reach back out. She gives people the option. Do you want to do the scavenger hunt and all of this digitally? Do you want us to bring in volunteers and do a guided tour? So it's very flexible and agile for whichever group we have. Sometimes it's a little easier to have 120 fifth graders than it is to have 75 K through 6.
Right.
Because suddenly you've got to adjust the curriculum a little bit, just to meet the needs of each age group. But we will do it, and we have done it. So that's how you reach out to us for these programs.
And you're located in Roswell, Georgia, right?
We are. We're in Roswell, Georgia. We have taken over an old mall, Roswell Town Center Mall. So, for a while we had pink tile on the floor, but we have covered that now. But no, I mean, sustainability-wise, the footprint has not changed. We did something that was already there, and we're just making it our own.
Okay. So any last comments that you want the people to know? And I'm looking forward to taking a tour and coming out, but is there any last,
I would love for everyone to know that yes, we've been here 5.5 years. The founders of the museum are very involved. We are on the front end of building this institution. And, we just invite people to join us. When I do presentations for other groups, I show a map. We don't have anything around us like this, and it makes it a very special place to come to. So we do have people coming in from other cities. We have guests, the grown-ups, coming in from other states, and they come by to see us on their way somewhere else, and that's exciting. So multi-generational. Grandmother may have been working on a punch card machine, and there it is.
Right.
Dad remembers getting that IBM PC, or somebody in the neighborhood had one. The son, daughter, they're looking inside the case and see a drone.
Okay.
So there's a lot of conversation happening with families, and that's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, Raina, I'm so excited to have you as a guest. I look forward to coming out and seeing the facility, and I'm also honored that Fulton County Contract for Services is supporting your program, and I encourage everyone to check you out, to also pick up the Bite magazine, and I look forward to my visit, and I want to thank you again for being one of our guests for Talk Fulton.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, our next episode, stay tuned for it. It's going to be exciting. More to come with Talk Fulton.